It is Thursday, June 25th, 2020, and you are tuned into DIRTRACKR Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. The All-Star Circuit of Champions took on the Port Royal Speedway last night for the Keith Kaufman Classic. We mentioned Anthony Macri on the show yesterday as a possible win threat, but he was definitely on another level last night. He started from the pole and never looked back, dominating the 30-lap feature. At times, he had a multi-second lead over second place. Kyle Larson finished second, Danny Dietrich was third, Aaron Reitzel fourth, and Brent Marks was fifth. Even though Macri dominated, it was a really entertaining feature to watch. Macri was able to knife through lap traffic and roll the top at Port Royal to absolute perfection. There was virtually no cushion, and it was really fun watching guys like Macri and Kyle Larson really rip that top. Sometimes even putting that right rear right on the wall. Pretty cool stuff. The win was Macri's first career victory with the All-Stars and his third straight at Port Royal, having won the last two weekly shows. After Port Royal, Aaron Reitzel extended his points lead to 48 over Corey Eliason, who finished back in 8th. Danny Dietrich is 3rd, Zeb Weiss 4th, and Brock Zierfoss fell to 5th after mechanical issues relegated him to a 22nd place finish. The All-Stars are back Friday and Saturday at Volunteer Speedway in Tennessee for a pair of 5,000 to win shows. You can watch all of the action live on Flow Racing. Greg Satterley won last night's late model portion of the program at Port Royal over Ross Robinson and Rick Eckert. Speaking of Kyle Larson, he's going to jump in and run a bunch of the Pennsylvania Speed Week shows, possibly all of the Pennsylvania Speed Week shows. I saw that on Twitter yesterday. So if you're looking for where you're going to be able to see Kyle Larson coming up, yeah, he'll be in action for all 9 events of Pennsylvania Speed Week. So check him out there coming up soon as part of the Speed Week action. Fairbury Speedway was also in action last night, making up for their season opener over the weekend that was lost due to rain. In the late model feature, Shannon Babb dominated much of the 40-lap race. A caution late in the going erased any advantage he had, and Bobby Pierce was able to briefly jump to his inside for a slider attempt, but Babb was strong enough on the top to hold him off. He drove away to the $5,000 win. Pierce was 2nd, Mike Spatola 3rd, Kent Robinson 4th, and Jason Fager was 5th. Jumping into a couple of news items from yesterday, the schedule has been set for the Summer Nationals and Modified Nationals. Both the late models and modifieds will open at Brownstown Speedway on July 8th. This year's schedule will be run in actually 2 different phases, with the first phase concluding on July 26th. The modifieds will then be back in action on July 31st at Fairbury, while the late models will pick back up on August 11th at Sycamore Speedway. The finale for both schedules is August 22nd at Oakshade Raceway, where the champions will be crowned. The schedules include 26 races over 46 days, with Friday and Saturday late model shows still paying $10,000 to win and other shows paying $5,000 to win. The late model champion will take home $25,000 and the modified champion will take home $5,000. If you'd like to see the full schedules for both, head to DIRTCARSummerNationals.com and ModifiedNationals.com. Don't forget that you can watch all of these Summer Nationals live on Dirt Vision all summer long as part of your Fast Pass. Also announced yesterday, tickets for this year's 32nd annual Brad Doty Classic are on sale now. The World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series yearly event will still be run at Attica Raceway Park on July 14th. If you'd like tickets for the event, you can head over to worldofoutlaws.com or atticaracewaypark.com. Both of those will be able to point you in the right direction to get some Brad Doty Classic tickets. Grand Rapids Speedway in Minnesota has been forced to cancel their upcoming World of Outlaws Late Model Series event, originally scheduled for July 26th due to restrictions from the pandemic. The track does hope to reschedule the event for 2021. This Grand Rapids cancellation is something you're going to see, and you've seen some adjustments to some of the crown jewel events. The Jackson Nationals this weekend paying a little bit less. There's some question about Prairie Dirt Classic and what's going to happen there over the coming couple of weeks here. But this is one of those deals where, without full crowds, the purses for some of these events don't make sense, and just the business and the financials around these events just don't make sense. So you're going to see some of these canceled. You're going to see some of them postponed. You're going to see purse adjustments. You're going to see all kinds of things as restrictions continue to be in place. And again, if you are headed to the racetrack, please make sure you're doing all of the right things to help stop the spread. Looking to racing tonight, the World of Outlaws Sprint Cars are at the Jackson Motorplex for the opening night of the Jackson Nationals. Seating at the track is limited, but you can watch live on Dirt Vision. Brad Sweet enters the weekend as the points leader, and he's got to be the favorite for all 3 shows. He won at Jackson back on May 15th for the Great Lakes Shootout, and he won 2 of 3 nights last year during the Jackson Nationals, including the big Saturday show, which I believe paid $41,000 to win back last year. His last 6 races at Jackson have resulted in 2 wins, 2/3, a 4th, and a 7th place finish. Sweet is also favored by the DIRTRACKR.com analytics prediction formula. The formula also likes Donnie Schatz, David Gravel, and Carson Macedo. Macedo has been hot lately and has previously won at Jackson. Gravel has several top 5 runs at Jackson in the last 2 years, and then Donnie Schatz has been good at the Jackson Motorplex lately, including a win back in 2018. He also finished third behind Brad Sweet at the Great Lakes Shootout back in May. This will also be a good weekend, I think, for Schatz to break out of this kind of 3-race stretch he's on right now, where he finishes outside the top 10. With the success he's had at Jackson in the past and the success he's had on tracks of this type, this should be a good place for him to kind of get off the schneid a little bit. Hot Laps will be on track at 7 p.m. Central Time. And again, if you have a fast pass, you can watch all of the action live on Dirt Vision. The World of Outlaws late models kick off a big weekend of racing tonight with the opener for the Firecracker weekend at Lernerville Speedway. Brandon Shepard is your points leader coming into tonight. Last year's big Saturday winner at the Firecracker was Tim Macri, but with the Lucas Oil late models in action this weekend, Macri is not on the entry list. Lucas Oil late models are at 411 Speedway, I believe, on Friday, and the Talladega Short Track on Saturday. Because of his continued run of incredible success, the DIRTRACKR.com analytics prediction formula likes Brandon Shepard all week long. But I think it's interesting to note here, Shepard has actually yet to win the big Firecracker race. It's one of the few crown jewel events that Shepard does not have on his resume at this point. So we'll kind of see how that affects him through the weekend, if it affects him at all. He's certainly been good so far this season. Shortly behind Shepard in the formula is Mike Norris. Norris knows Lernerville better than most drivers, and he won a prelim night last season at the Firecracker as well. He will definitely be one to watch this weekend, and somebody kind of outside of the possibility of outside of the main group of outlaw drivers that are going to be good this weekend. Mike Norris is definitely one who could sneak up there and grab the Firecracker win. Tonight's show is 6,000 to win and also features Rush late models. If you can't be there, you can watch all of the action live on Dirt Vision as well. We'll recap both races tomorrow on the show and then get you ready for all of the weekend action as well. Before we go today, let's take a quick look at the DIRTRACKR.com pay-per-view schedule for tonight. As I mentioned before, Jackson Motorplex, Lernerville Speedway, both on Dirt Vision Live tonight. Flow Racing has USAC 24/7 continuing coverage. Racing Boys has Caney Valley Speedway, the Lucas Oil ASCS sprint cars in action. Speed Shift has a pair of shows. Kossuth County Speedway has their full IMCA slate of racing, and then Ocean Speedway has 360s, IMCA Sport Mods, Hobby Stocks, Four Bangers, and Police in Pursuit tonight. And then Speed Sport has a pair of shows as well. Davenport Speedway has the Mars Racing Series opener tonight, and then Speed Sport also has Skagit Speedway. They have 360 sprint cars, Sportsman Sprints, and Northwest Focus Midgets. If you'd like to see that full schedule, you can find it at DIRTRACKR.com/watch tonight. And again, that will be updated through the weekend with all of the action. So if you're looking for something to watch, that's a good place to start. That's the show for today. Hope everybody has a good Thursday. We'll certainly be back tomorrow with plenty more. You can find DIRTRACKR Daily on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or where you get podcasts. Please subscribe and leave a review. You can also watch the show every day on YouTube and Facebook. You can follow along at facebook.com/DIRTRACKR, twitter.com/DIRTRACKR, and the website itself, DIRTRACKR.com. You can follow me personally on Twitter at Justin_Fiedler. Also, you can email the show at info@DIRTRACKR.com, and you can sign up for the DIRTRACKR weekly newsletter on the site. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for more DIRTRACKR Daily.